Good evening, Master Tanaka. Good evening. Good evening, friend channel. Good evening to all who hear us. We from spirituality gathered here at this time give thanks, blessings, protection to all of you who are dedicated to this wonderful work of transmitting these messages to our beloved human beings who are very much in need of information from spirituality. Human beings who seek to find in human beings themselves the answers to their questions. They search in the writings done by human beings, in the words emitted by human beings, summing up in different ways of hearing, feeling, knowing through human beings. Human beings who also seek the truth, who are also on the path of evolution, and sometimes far from the energy needed to have divine knowledge. But we here, through this friend channel, and various channelers around the world, are really delivering very relevant information, precisely so that human beings vibrate properly, live properly. We beings of light would very much like to tell you of the need for you to look for information in the sources of light, to look for information that has been transmitted to you through these channelers, these channels. We beings of light, the Ascended Masters, make a point of keeping you informed through these special human beings who have been willing to lead a life in which the vibrations are sufficient for us to express ourselves through them. So through these channelings from these channelers, many books have been written, many audios like this one are being broadcasted. All of this to help you, beloved inhabitants of the material plane of planet Earth. However, many of you don't even believe in the possibility that we beings of light can transmit this information to you. You believe in various illusions, but end up not really believing what is true, what comes from the divine. The reason for this being the fact that you block yourselves to the higher energies. Because through your fear, your low vibrations end up not acting according to your intuition. From the moment you are free from fear, free from low vibrations, and start listening to your intuitions, you will really know how to distinguish those divine channelers who have been properly prepared for these channelings, and the many who, because of their ego, end up calling themselves light sources, channels of communication with us. So, dear ones, as we are referring to you repeatedly, we ask you once again to pray, meditate, get rid of ego, fear, and all the feelings and thoughts that lead you to low energies. Initiate an inner shift to ascend, and rest assured that you will increasingly trust your intuitions and thus begin to drink from sources that you really know in your heart are true. Your intuitions will point out what is true. From then on, everything that is beneficial to you, like a good read, good audios, like the ones we are broadcasting now, will be captured by you in a unique way, in a divine way, like small miracles that happen every day, filling your minds with divine knowledge. And gradually, your energies are rising, entering a virtuous cycle of energies. We beings of light can mention many books that have been channeled by very special human beings. Channelings made by Mother Mary, by Saint Germain, by Master Jesus Christ. But instead, we beings of light ask you to meditate, pray, raise your energies, and you yourselves will be increasingly intuited of the best information that suits your energy frequencies in any given moment. Even a book channeled by a wonderful being of light may not resonate in your mind because of the vibratory frequencies that a human being is experiencing at that moment. In a second instant, when your energies are higher, other bibliographies or messages will be much more resonant in your minds. Therefore, we beings of light do not recommend one or another bibliography, one or another author, but we recommend that you, by your free will, by your Christ consciousness, by your intuitions and inspirations, seek, ask, pray, and these sources will be revealed to you, suitable for your levels. Much must be learned, however, at the right time. A very clear example of this is what you normally experience on the material plane. A 5-year-old child receives a workbook from his kindergarten, which has a very different content from an astrophysics book. All the information is true, but it certainly doesn't resonate if the person reading isn't vibrating in the proper energy. For this, my beloved human beings, dear Master Tanaka, admired friends channel, for each of you, there is a different recommendation of sources of knowledge. Many of you drink water from a certain source, such as a religion. But by your free will, by your quest for evolution, sometimes there comes a period when those sources of information are no longer sufficient for you. You have reached a degree of knowledge, a degree of energy that asks for more information, more accurate, higher information. Just as an elementary school student, when receiving information, feels that he can evolve further and moves on to a higher level, to high school, and later a university, and so on. It's the same with spiritual knowledge, my beloved ones. It's like that. It's just like that. Therefore, you need to be free to drink from different sources according to your stages. That is why, dear human beings, we beings of light recommend that you follow your intuitions and not, as we previously mentioned, not on information a human being passes on to you. The human being, no matter how religious, no matter how much of a leader, especially in the great religions, ends up going deeper into a truth that is sometimes limited. For you special human beings who seek more knowledge, This human being who is a good religious leader is no longer able to offer enough information for your evolution because his truth ended up being restricted to the knowledge of that religion. The universe has much more to offer than information encapsulated in the form of a sect, a religion, or any other group of human beings. Especially today when you have access to so much information that we beings of light are, with the grace of God, we are managing to transmit to all of you. We manage to make them available to you. It is enough that you, through your intuition, search, and we beings of light are always helping each of you in these searches and guiding you so that this information comes to you at the right time according to your vibrations. That is why, friend channel, you have already drunk from many different sources. As we have already had the opportunity to tell you all the religions that you were directed to, it was because of your curiosity and your willingness to learn, your openness to accept what we were intuiting to you. And this, as we have said before, is your approach, friend channel, to be a universalist being, a being that will seek knowledge from different sources, always with respect, with the humility of being always open to the new, open to all human beings and beings of light that approach you. Little by little, you will have drops of wisdom which will form your Christic being, as it has been done so far. Of course, you will have magnificent experiences, normal experiences, and not so magnificent experiences. But rest assured that we will always be following your path, just as we do and just as we have been doing constantly for many lifetimes with our admired friend, Master Tanaka. Just as we are doing with all special human beings who seek this elevation. Very well, dear human beings, friend channel, Master Tanaka, we are sure that this message will be fully heard and its goals will be reached for all who listen. So be it, so it is. It is done. Thank God.